I knew during this whole transition of my recent divorce, who I love my ex very much for being the mother of my two beautiful daughters. She's the best mother I could ever ask for. And I'm proud of her. I'm proud of you too, my loves. I knew that I somehow was going to make a difference in the world. And then my overthinking brain was trying to find a solution how I was going to do so. Because I solve solutions. When something's wrong, I will fix it. This is the way I've always been. I'll find a way. Whatever I set my mind to, I get. Always. But it took me having to self-reflect and look back at my whole entire life to allow me to believe that about myself. And that's why I can say it with such conviction and confidence that I know everything that I touch turns to gold. The key is when I set my mind and focus to it. And to me, the way my brain has been growing up, just trying to learn about my brain, I've always been excited to start something, and then I like super all in, and then all of a sudden it just stops. And it's always made me feel like I couldn't start and finish something. But then when I started and I had all this love and passion, I was so excited for myself that I was actually going to start something new that I love to do, that I can create a habit and look forward to coming home to doing after I worked my ass off all day, instead of playing video games and watching TV. You know what I'm saying? So I would try to start the piano, or I love music, and I would buy the Logic app because I want to make music, because music touches my soul, and I know it touches other of you all souls. So I want to make my own that I know that will touch other people's soul, and that lights me up inside. So I know one day in this reality I'm going to make music, and you're going to hear my music one day, and I'm so excited about that. But I keep having to tell myself one day at a time, because I want to do so much. And I know there's only so much of me and my energy that I can give each day. And what I'm learning about this new Jeff is that I have to learn to master my energy. Even when I thought that I was a master at my... Dang, that street looked good for Christmas. I'm going to show you guys that later. The master... I thought I was the master of my energy. But what I'm realizing is doing this, making these videos, content creation, I really love it, because with my brain and my ADHD, I can multitask really good. So like, I can hold the camera with my left hand, which I'm doing right now, and I don't even realize I'm holding it. So it's like I'm talking to you if you're sitting right next to me in the passenger seat. Or if I'm looking at you having a conversation, and that's why it feels so right. It feels so good. Like I'm not worried about how I look, because I'm looking at the two dots on the phone. You know, the camera, not the screen. So that prevents me from not looking at myself and looking at my hair and looking all and feeling all insecure because it's falling out. You feel me? Getting old is damn, but I'm doing all I can to learn to try to hack that shit so I can regrow the hair, but without all those damn side effects like finasteride did for me. The finasteride side effects are terrible. I started turning into a girl. I started getting the girl boobs, and I pay attention to my body very well, so I knew. And it messed with my testosterone. It messed with my libido. I don't like not being horny, because you know when you're horny, it means you're healthy. If you're not horny, you're not healthy. This is the stuff I learned. And I don't take any type of hormone replacement therapy, so I do all I can to do stuff naturally. Like right now, I'm gonna go get an outside workout. I'm gonna sweat, I'm gonna connect, hopefully with people there, either a verbal connection or just them watching me. Because what I've noticed lately is I've been there and I'm able to connect with people because of my skills on the basketball court, because I take it serious. And so when I'm out there training, I'm very intense. So what that does is when some intense guy comes on in the park and he's, it's next level, 1% type shit that most people are afraid to do. You all have it in you, but you're afraid to do it. Dance like no one's watching. That's what I mean by that. So when I'm out there training, I'm training like nobody's watching. I'm not training to get attention. I'm training for myself, because that's the type of intensity that I need to train. Just like Kobe Bryant did. I've witnessed him train with him and his trainer at the athletic club days back in Santa Cruz. I was gifted to be able to watch my man train. And I've never seen anyone train like that in my entire life, and that inspired me. And I hope that I can inspire one of you all out there. So what's happening is when I'm out there, it's allowing me to connect with people, and that makes me feel good. So if it makes people, they're pulling out their phone and recording, and because remember, with my superpower that I have, I can multitask. So as I'm training and fully locked in, I could still see what you're doing on the corner of my eye, and I could hear. My peripherals are ridiculous. And this is all the stuff that I learned about my gifts that I had. But it took me having to really get tied in with myself, if that makes sense. Connect with myself, rather than just living off my ego brain, the lower brain, that's the mean one, that keeps telling you to stop doing the shit that we need to do. But it's only doing that to protect your feelings, you see? That's what that your best friend ego's doing. Your best friend ego's there to keep you alive. It's also there to keep you safe and comfort, because it needs you to be alive. Because if it allows you to actually do something that you shouldn't be doing, that's when you listen to your ego. You see, but you have to check that ego. You got to be like, okay, ego, I hear you, brah. I hear you. But then you got to go, my highest self, I'm asking you for your opinion, your advice on what I should do here, on my next step. But you have to ask, and you have to do whatever you need to do to get connected to your highest self and to Prime Creator and to your ego. You see, it's a beautiful combination. It's a trio. It's a muse, and you have to tie it all together, okay? And when you do, you get your answers, and you know what you're doing. You're on the right path. You're on your path. You're on your quest. You're on your journey. And you don't worry about anyone else, because they're on their own journey. And as soon as you start losing your focus from you to someone else because of envy or like jealousy, or like maybe you're inspired by them, you're giving away your power. You're giving away that lusting. What's that power? It's the DNA. You idolize gene. That's what they call it. It's an idolized gene. You're idolizing other people beside yourself. What I've learned is you have to take that idolizing and put it to yourself. And that's what you're seeing right here, is I put it into myself. So you're seeing myself. This is me. And my hope is you can also do the same thing. And then you're going to thank me one day, and that lights me up. You see how our lights connect? My light, your light.